Hey guys, good evening. I'm coming to you a little bit later than normal. It's almost 9 o'clock here. I had a pretty busy day at work, but it was a good day. It was just a busy day. Sorry, like I said, I wasn't able to do a video this weekend, Saturday. I was kind of busy doing some stuff, and the kids were sleeping over at my parents, so David and I had a stay-at-home date night. And then Sunday I was in bed all day with a terrible migraine, which sucks. I used to get migraines like 4 times a week, probably 3 or 4 times a week, and get like massive migraines at least once a month. And then I finally broke down and went and saw a neurologist. He put me on a preventative med, and now I have maybe one a month. And luckily these more severe ones are a few times a year, which is so much more tolerable, even though I end up spending a miserable day in bed because my head hurts so bad, and I can't stand bright lights and loud noises, and I can't keep anything down the entire day. So luckily, like I said, they are not as frequent as they used to be. So not a good way to lose a couple pounds, but I'll probably gain it back today because I actually was able to eat, but I am down a few more pounds. So I am heading closer and closer to 60 pounds in about 5 months since surgery. So crazy. I really think that I wouldn't be as far as I am right now if I had not joined Dr. V's Weight Loss Challenge. I posted a graphic yesterday where I had been down 23 pounds my month of surgery. So my first month post-op, I had lost 23 pounds, and then the second month was 10, and then I think it was 5, but then I joined, sorry, I always get the hiccups when I talk. When I joined Dr. V's challenge in May, each month I'm picking up and losing like 1 more pound than I did the month before. I'm at that, 4 to 6 month mark where your hair starts to thin out. And while luckily I have some to spare, I am losing a little bit more than I was in the beginning. So I still do my Bowmar collagen daily in my coffee. It's a bovine collagen powder, which is the best way to take collagen, because if you would take it in pill form, you'd be taking like a bazillion pills a day. And then I use a biotin fast melt tablet every day. I think it's 10,000 micrograms to kind of help boost my new hair growth. So, and with my bangs cut, it covers this kind of area over here where, so my natural part falls over there, so it always appears a little bit more thin. So if I kind of do a side swept bang, you can't really tell. So hopefully, typically the hair loss is temporary, and then at some point it will grow back if you do a proper diet. So, I can't eat much at one time, but if I eat not a whole lot of crap, my hair is not going to grow well. But doing the green smoothie daily, a big salad daily, and then, some lean meat and vegetables, plus the supplementation I'm doing, hopefully my hair will continue to grow fast like it always has and stay on the thicker side. I'll stop playing with my bangs now. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. All right. So, in Dr. V's challenge, I kind of took you through the first week. Heading into the second week, in May, we were still focusing on our mindset and how to change our mindset to make our weight loss journey more successful, because it is so important to get your head straight. If you don't get your head straight, you're never going to get your body where you want it to be. And he played for us this amazing amazing, or had us watch this amazing Wayne Dyer video, Dyer. So look him up on YouTube. His videos are phenomenal. And I picked up a few things in this video that I thought were really super important, and super meaningful. And I just wanted to note them. The video was Everyday Wisdom, so that's the one you want to look for. And different things he talks about in the video. He says, you are a spiritual being with a human experience. So we are, these spiritual souls that are having a human experience, because after our human bodies die, now obviously depending on what you believe, your spiritual self will continue on, somewhere else in the universe. Stress is made up of temporary thoughts. We know as much as things stress us out and bother us, most times they're temporary and they're fleeting and just a blip of a moment in our lives. So they are temporary thoughts for stress. Other things he talked about was aligning yourself with your soul. So I feel like through meditation and gratitude journaling, I'm really doing that part well. He says things like give and it will be returned to you. So give a smile to someone and it'll be returned to you. Give a hug or a comforting word or, a listening ear or something like that. Give something and the universe will give back to you, when it's your turn to need something. I really like what he said. Instead of being against evil, be only for love. And Dr. V had talked about a moment when Mother Teresa in the, I believe, 70s or 60s or 70s was asked if she was going to protest against war. And she said, no, but if you give me a protest where we stand up for love, I will be there. And I loved that. Like, that is so much who I am. Like, not protesting the injustices, but maybe standing up for the love that we should be sharing with each other and the love that we should be sharing with our neighbors. And that's what he said, don't protest war, but stand up for peace. Your intentions create your reality. And if we want harmony, we have to get rid of labels. So, being harmonious with myself, I have to get rid of those fat labels and those obese labels, because if I don't, I'm going to continue seeing myself in that light, which, I need to change. Some days, even though I know I'm close to 60 pounds down, I still feel like I look like, or sometimes even feel physically like that person was laying in the hospital bed waiting for surgery. And that is something in my head that I need to get over and get rid of. So he continued to talk about, making your schedule, the most effective that you can, searching through your days to find moments where you can fit in things like meditation, like gratitude journaling. And he asked what my perfect non-work day would be. And really, I, like getting up in the morning and having a cup of coffee quietly before the kids get up. Not that my kids are loud because they're older, but, getting that cup of coffee where you can kind of be at peace with yourself. But also sometimes I love not waking up to an alarm clock. I don't do it because I would probably sleep till like noon, depending on my schedule. But just letting your body naturally awake, in its own rhythm, I find to be very peaceful. Maybe eating breakfast and reading the newspaper. I don't watch the news, but I do read the newspaper more for the local news than I do for, the crap that's going on in the world and the nation. I like just to see what's going on in our local neighborhoods and try to find some positive stories in the news. And so another part of my ideal non-work day then would be going to the gym. I'm like a mid-morning lunchtime gym person. That's the time I like to go. I like to kind of go, with the kind of older crowd, and when it's not so crazy busy. So I would go there, probably stop at the store on my way home to get something to make for dinner. Come home and shower and spend the afternoon at home. During the school year, usually, I would come home and spend time at home, and my hubby's home. My kids will be doing cyber school, so we'll all be home all the time, every day. But that's okay because I really enjoy having my kids at home. I would eat lunch, and if it was a normal school day, I would, get the kids off the school bus or pick them up, make dinner, and then our evenings, usually in a normal school year, are filled with rehearsals and soccer practice. So, drama club, musical, band, soccer, basketball, all of that stuff. Jake loves when we watch Jeopardy together, so we try to catch Jeopardy at 7 o'clock every chance that we get. Typically during the school year where their activities go all evening, so we're not able to do that, but right now it's been a lot of fun being able to do that. And then, if I don't get reading and meditation and my journaling in the morning, I would try to do that in the evening before I go to bed. And the other thing I have to do too before I go to bed is stretch because of my hip pain that I have. I have to do my stretches and my strengthening that physical therapy has prescribed. And then this is something that came later because during the challenge I did what we call double duty for 65 days because the challenge had initially started with a beta group in February, but then it actually started in March. So I was behind 2 months. So I did double duty for 2 months where I watched like the daily email videos for both days. I did the lives for both days. I did the email tasks for the current day. But what I liked about the May video during this time was he was talking about listening and that we need to listen to listen. You're always told, and I know like in my psych program especially, because we were focusing on learning about helping people through, listening and counseling, that you not only listen to hear what they're saying, but you listen to what they're saying, to absorb what someone's saying and not just hear it and kind of move on with your day. He just recently talked about the human attention span is like 5 seconds. It used to be minutes long and now it's like 30 minutes. It used to be 30, I think he said 30 minutes. Now it's 5 seconds. And he said that a goldfish has the attention span of 7 seconds. So our brains have the attention span lesser than a goldfish, which is just crazy to me. And we're not very good at really listening and absorbing. I don't know, I have hiccups. Absorbing things. And, there are certain moments where people just stop listening. So if you ever get in an argument with someone, a lot of times you just get to the point where you just don't listen anymore. Like you just don't want to hear anymore and you completely stop listening. And, the average person truly doesn't listen. So if you're talking to someone about your thoughts and your feelings, try not to get upset when maybe you think someone's not paying attention to you because we don't listen to listen, but it's a skill that everybody really should work on and kind of try to develop. So I picked a little thing out of my book. Now is the Time, 170 Ways to Seize the Moment by Patrick Lindsay. And I thought this was really cool to go with that Wayne Dyer video. And it says, now is the time to show your true colors. If you believe passionately that something is right, fight for it with all your might. Dig deep in your soul and refuse to give ground. Even when odds seem overwhelming, keep fighting. You'll be amazed how often persistence wins the day. So if you want something or you feel passionate about something, you have to fight for it. You have to stand up for it. Maybe not stand up against war, but stand up for peace, stand up for love. And the quote at the end is by Mark Twain. And it says, it's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. So I really like how that kind of corresponded, because, you know, I'm totally like about love and peace and harmony, and, you know, people loving each other and loving their neighbors and caring about their neighbors, just as much as they care about themselves. We have to stop being such a selfish society. And, you know, just looking out for number one, because maybe someday somebody's going to need to look out for you. And if you put yourself out to the universe to care for others and care about others' lives and feelings and hopes and dreams, then maybe it'll come back to you when you need it. Have a good night. See ya.